Hey guys, Dr. Olivia here, aka the Baby PT. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to get into everything you need to know about a baby's first shoe. When you should be wearing a shoe, what type of shoe to look for, what to stay away from. That way you have a little bit more of an idea in terms of looking for different price points at different brands, different retailers. So let's get into today's video. Before we get started, make sure you smash that subscribe button and let me know down below in a comment what you need to see from me next. I am happy to get any type of video up for you to make your life easier and baby's life easier. All right, you're a mom, I'm a mom. We don't got time. Let's get into it. Video, we're going to review an old TikTok video I did. I did a series called Dr. Olivia Out in the Field, and I went to the mom motherland Target, where we looked at all the shoes that worked and the ones that didn't. Certain brands I really liked. Real Target moms, I love Target. I go there with my baby all the time, grab my Starbucks from there, and we just kind of like walk around. Julian really likes it too. Comment down below if you're a Target mom. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna roll the clip. Dr. Olivia here, out in the field. I'm at Target and I found the mother load of baby shoes. Let me go through them. Surprised by Stride Right. I was really impressed by this Surprised by Stride Right line. This is their line, Stride Right's the brand, but their line exclusive to Target. So it's at a lower price point, which is great because I love Stride Right. I always try to recommend Stride Right, but the price point is very, very high. So I love that this is at a lower price point, which is accessible for everybody because it's at a Target. So it makes a lot of sense, and I was really impressed by it. This particular shoe I love because it's kind of like a hybrid between a sandal and a tennis shoe. When I first saw this, I was really impressed by the material of the straps. The straps are like this kind of leathery material, so they're very soft but very durable, which is going to be really helpful when your baby grows into shoes and when they start doing a little bit more of dynamic activities. Love the fact that it has that 360-degree support. What I mean by that is, do you know, like some of these shoes, I'll put pictures like these thong flip-flop sandals, the Crocs, and kind of other sandals that have a strap on the heel part, that is disrupting the 360-degree support. So anytime that you see those, if you have a new walker, that's not enough support. So I love that this kind of encompasses the whole foot and really supports the whole foot using this type of shoe. And then we have the aeration component, which I love because babies' feet sweat so much. It's just a thing. They, expend a lot of calories, a lot of energy, and their feet can get very sweaty and just very moist. So I like that this part has that aeration. It has really high quality fabrics that are going to breathe a little bit easier. So let's take a look at the bottom of the shoe, or the sole, or sometimes we call it the footbed. When you have a new walker, you want a nice flat and wide footbed. It's going to help their foot grow naturally without any restriction. So sometimes if the shoe is too narrow, or if we put an arch already or a lot of support already, we're kind of manipulating how the foot is versus them just growing into the natural physiological state that the foot should be in. So again, a nice flat and wide footbed is really essential in a new shoe, as well as traction or grip on the bottom of the sole. So having good traction on the bottom of their shoe is really crucial because your baby is new to walking and your baby is new to navigating different surfaces. So maybe you have tile in the home. So them going from tile to maybe wood floors in the home, those are different surfaces. We want to make sure that they have a ton of grip on the bottom of their shoes so they can focus on just walking. Next shoe is not a sandal. It's more of their traditional, like everyday kind of tennis shoe. This will be great for daycare as well. So this one has, again, a really beautiful, Stride Right just does it really well, where they have a really nice wide flat footbed. I'll try and insert a picture that I saw coming across on Instagram about if your baby's kind of in this squished shoe, how that foot will develop over time versus a nice wide, roomy, flat footbed where they can naturally just grow into it and develop their natural physiological state of their foot. Now let's get into what I want you to avoid. So let's roll that clip. Okay, so I have two pairs of shoes here. The first one is this kind of sandal, and I remember doing this, like kind of folding it. I don't know if I do it in this clip, but it was way too flimsy, not good material. It didn't have any support. That foot plate, or the bottom of the foot, literally felt like a piece of like cardboard. It just wasn't enough support. It's too soft. And then this next shoe I talk about, I see all the time with babies who aren't walking yet. So I think this is a great, adorable shoe for if you are doing like family photos and you want them to have like a cute little shoe. Or if you're doing something where they're not walking yet, totally fine. This next clip, I am always trying to feature water shoes because in Texas, where I'm from, it's summer like pretty much all year round. So you're getting a lot of water time, water park time, and you want to have a really supportive shoe for one, but one that has a lot of traction so they keep your baby nice and safe.
Love it because one, it's super waterproof. Also, instead of it being that strap on the back of that Croc that just doesn't provide enough support, this gives all the support in the back.
So this particular shoe reminded me of a Croc in the material. So it's that nice breathable material where it's not going to collect a bunch of mold and it's not going to stay wet. So it dries really easily, which is really important. I like this one because it has, again, that 360-degree support. It has a nice support in the heel cup component where the strap would normally be in the Crocs. This has a full kind of shoe-like component. Bottom of this footbed had a bunch of traction, and it was lightweight enough to where they can run around in the parks, they can go in the water with them and like swim in them too. Let's talk about when you should put a shoe on your baby. On my channels, I'm always talking about how barefoot is best for as long as you can. Barefoot is best because it's the most efficient and effective way that your baby is going to develop the appropriate foot muscles to support their foot. The foot is comprised of 26 bones in that foot, just in a foot alone. And then above the foot is a huge ankle joint that supports, again, the foot. And below the foot are all of your toes. We're barefoot. We're closer to the ground. We can feel the ground more. We have more activation. We have more input. That directly says, okay, muscles, work harder, work more efficiently. Let's get them nice and strong to support that arch, to support that ankle, and to support those toes. So keeping them barefoot for as long as possible is best, but obviously life happens. Daycare typically requires shoes. So if that's the case, then I really recommend that first shoe we talked about where you're getting kind of that sandal tennis shoe hybrid. That's going to be a great way that gives them that support, but also kind of mimics that barefoot component. So putting a shoe on your baby is appropriate when they are already walking and they've gotten a lot of that practice barefoot, or they're getting about half and half with barefoot practice and shoe practice. Let's talk about some shoes that I want you to avoid when they are starting to walk. I've received tons of questions about these kind of walk shoes, and I can't really say specific brands because I feel like there's so many, especially on Amazon. And so these sock shoes, I'll put a picture up below. I'm looking at this one here. This one I have a hard time with because there's no adjusting the foot part. There's not a Velcro strap that you can use on most of these. There's not a Velcro strap that you can use. There's not a shoelace or anything where you can really lock in the heel and footbed. So just to recap, the major things you want to look for when you're looking for a baby's first shoe is a flat and wide footbed, lots of traction, supportive straps, and a 360-degree support. Kind of know what to look for. You can get any shoe. It doesn't have to be name brand. You can get a lot off of Amazon if you just kind of know what to look for. So definitely start there. You have all of my Baby PT approved shoes on my Amazon storefront, so I'll make sure to link that below. Okay, guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you took away lots of things to look for when you're looking for a new shoe and when to put your baby in a new shoe. Remember, barefoot is best for as long as you can, but life happens and sometimes you need a shoe. So I hope this video helped. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and follow me on all social channels at The Baby PT. That's all for me, guys. I'm Dr. Olivia. I will catch y'all next time. Bye.